enthusiasts, my fashion designers. Welcome to this little short tutorial. My name is Miss Alicia and I am your teacher today, well, for your next couple projects. By now you should have picked up your cool little sewing packet. It's like a little, I would say it's a zippered pouch, and your folder with some really cool stickers here that this is going to contain all of your patterns and instructions. So let's get started. This first video is just an introduction of what's inside your bag and what's inside your folder, because as we go to each different project, you're going to know exactly what you need for each project. So let's get started. So first, I hope you enjoy your little pouch. You can use it reusable if you're sewing at your grandmother's house, your aunt's house, your sister's house, any other one's house, anybody's house that you want to go crafting. You can always put all your crafting and sewing projects in here. So just a couple of things. My name is Alicia Sanchez and I am the founder of the Dear God Are We There Yet volunteer travel community. And we have a book called Crafts Create Change. We have an entire movement. And these are actually projects from our new book that's coming out this summer, 2021. And it's about making crafts for our community, for different causes in our community. And so we're going to go over that because 3 of our projects that are included in here are from the book. So this is just a thank you card, and if your mommy, your daddy, or anybody wants to look us up, you can in here. And here's a cool little postcard. You could send it to someone because we have a really popular quote that says, "You don't have to be rich or famous to help people." And you can check us out at deargodarewethereyet.com. So that's in your little package, and a really beautiful little enamel pin that we like to share the message. And this is pretty cool because you can actually use this at one of your projects and kind of decorate it. So you might need that. The next thing you'll find in your pouch is you'll find one of my favorite fabrics. It's such a nice sloth fabric. This sloth fabric is a jersey knit, and this is going to be for your mask band. So just put it to the side because you're actually going to need that later on. And the next thing in your pouch is you're going to have some interfacing, and we're going to be using this for our bookmarks, and so to make them nice and stiff. So keep this onto the side, and remember, check to make sure that you received all of this. And if you haven't, just let us know and we will get them to you. The next is a little fabric swatches, and these are actually for your bookmarks. So which is pretty exciting because we're going to be doing some really cool fabric bookmarks. And what I love about fabric bookmarks is that they're different from paper. They don't go bad. Then a couple of things that you should have in here. You'll have probably different types of little accessories, and those are for your bookmarks. I like to add little, and just a note, you can always use old earrings, old jewelry. You can go to the thrift shop if you want. And we also included a bobbin, a white bobbin for your sewing machine, and also a spool of thread because you're going to need that for your sewing machine. So that is what's in your pouch. And these are just a couple of things that you're going to be using. Now, there is one more project, and that fabric, I had to go get it, would have came in a plastic envelope like this, and this is for your floor pillow. So you're gonna need this, and I've already cut out the exact amount of what you need for all of your projects. So that's your fabric. Let's go on to your folder and exactly what's included in this folder. So when you open the folder, what's really cool, and this is something that fashion designers do, this is a little cool fun fact. So I actually designed clothes for over 10 years, and the name of it was Favela Designs, and I actually had a fashion design and sewing school for kids, and my mom owns a location in Wells, Minnesota. So you probably have met Miss Anna, or you haven't met Miss Anna, but and fashion designers is pretty cool because when they have a pattern, they want to remember what fabrics they're using. So if you kind of forget what fabrics you're supposed to use for these projects, I went ahead and just notated with a little pin with these are called swatches when you cut pieces of fabric, and I attached them to each different project. So as you can see, this is for our Namaste floor pillow, the mask band, and there is the bookmarks, which it should be back here. It's in here somewhere. And right here is for your bookmarks. So you'll remember easy what you're supposed to use. And so each side, so the first side here, this is for your mask band, your first project that you're going to be making. And I want to explain the projects a little bit so that you understand why you're making them and what's the inspiration. So we all know this silly pandemic. I call it silly because it came out of nowhere, and it just made the entire world just upside down. And so the mask ban is just something where we do need to keep safe from other people because of the COVID, but we also want to be fashionable. So if we're wearing a different type of mask, we can use this band as a headband. So the fabric could make about 2 or 3, depending on the size that you measure. So mask band, you can use it as a mask or you can use it as a headband. And this is a great way for children. So if you want to make these for your local church or your local community, you can always make some and donate as well. The Namaste floor pillow is all about just relaxation. And we know that summer is about having fun and going outside, because clearly we're in Minnesota, right? And it's just so much fun in the summer. But also when you want to have a summer night, you want to watch your favorite movies, this floor pillow is perfect because you can just be comfortable. And this is also a great project if you ever wanted to make it to donate. You can actually donate these to foster homes or the DCF department. Department of Children and Families that are locally in Minnesota, and they are more than happy to, with arms wide open, if you wanted to make these. And this is inspired from our Crafts Create Change book. And then the last project that you're going to be making is going to be our Reading Rainbow bookmarks. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Reading Rainbow, but tell your mommy or daddy to Google it, because Reading Rainbow is like the best show I grew up with. I can go anywhere. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow. And so these are bookmarks that you can make, and you can also donate. You can keep some, you can give them to your friends, or you can actually donate some for free to your library. What a lot of people don't know, that 1 in 4 children in America grew up without learning how to read, and a lot of it has to do with just when you're reading and you have all these new words, and honestly, a bookmark can help you and also keep you motivated. So those are the 3 projects we're going to be doing, and I'm so excited. We're going to jump into the first one, and I hope this Let's Get Started video got you inspired to start. So first, we're going to start with our bookmarks, and I'll see you soon. All right, so we are going to start with our Reading Rainbow bookmarks, and this tutorial is really just going to guide you on what everything is. I'm not going to physically just do it on the camera because I could be here for an hour, because I might want to make all of these, but I want to guide you on how to use the instructions. So the first thing I want to say is, if you go into your pretty little pouch, the fabric you're going to be using, as it looks like it's in a bundle, so there'll be 2 fabrics in there, and this is where you'll get to use the tassels or any extra there's going to be some accessories that might have included in there. Actually, I have some stuff laying around, so I might want to use something like this for my bookmarks. So you're also going to need the interfacing, because remember I said to you that we're making fabric one. So the first thing you're going to do is actually, you're going to cut your pieces of bookmarks, and you don't have to do all of them. You can do one of them or two of them. Now remember, this project is meant for you to sew on the sewing machine. So have fun. I would recommend the zigzag stitch. That way the top stitch is really cool and really different and modern. So you're going to cut your pieces of bookmark, whichever you'd like, and then you're going to take your fabric and you're going to lay. And you might want to have help from your mommy or daddy or someone who's helping you with your projects. You are going to make sure that the pretty side of the fabric is inside. And I like to call it, they're having a tea party inside. That's what I like to say. When the reminder is they're having a party inside. So the pretty sides are inside. And the ugly sides would be outside, and that will make sure that you remember. And you're going to need some pins. And so what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you might need to put some pins, and you're going to cut your pattern and you're going to place it on the fabric. And you're going to pin the fabric and you're going to cut around. And after you cut around, you're going to take your interfacing, because this is what's going to go inside, and you see there's a shiny side and there's also a matte side, meaning it's not shiny. So a dull side and a shiny side. So you're only going to need one of these. So as you can see, when you're making your bookmark, you need a front and a back, so that's why we have the two here. But for the interfacing, you're only going to need one. So you're going to trace your pattern on top of the interfacing, and you can actually make it a little bit, don't have to make it exact on the line because you don't want it sticking out. So after you do that, you are then going to have your pieces, and you are going to take one of the pieces after you make it. And I actually am going to get you an example because I think this is super important. So I'm going to get you an example. And that this is my interfacing. And this is our bookmark. So this is our bookmark and this is our interfacing. We're playing pretend. This is the shiny side. Wherever the dots are, the shining side, right? And this is our interfacing. This is the ugly side. Remember we said the pretty side and ugly side? We are going to put the shiny side face down on the ugly side. So it would be like this. And we're going to take an iron and we're going to iron it together. You might want to iron it until it's nice and stiff and you can lift it up and it won't fray. And then what you're going to do is that you are going to take your other side. So this is the ugly side, right? So then you're going to have your fabric, your bookmark like this. So the inside, you see it's going to be inside. And now this is your bookmark. And all you're going to do is just sew around with a top stitch. All around. And you can add all these little charms on the side of your bookmark, and you can add these little tassels, and that's how you make your bookmark. It's super easy. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and email us, and we'll go ahead and answer. All right, off to the next project. All right, the next project is going to be our Namaste floor pillow, and I actually completed one so you can see how it looks. So we're going to put this aside. All the instructions are actually already laid out. I already printed out the actual pattern and it's in here, so it's easy for you to tape together. So I'm going to put this aside because I'm going to show you how you put together the pattern. So after you cut out the pattern, it's going to have numbers at the edge, and it's kind of like, this table is really small, so it's really hard to show on video, but it's going to look like a half a circle. So your pattern is going to look like this, And as you can see, it has the round, it has the flat. And you're going to place the fabric on the fold. So you're going to fold it and you're going to put it on the fold. And it's going to tell you to put it on the fold twice. So you're going to cut out 2, and it says here, cut 2 on fold. As you can see, cut 2 on fold. So it's already has the dimensions for the fabric. And literally it's just a pillow with a handle, which is so amazing. And I love this fabric. I encourage you to get some fabric markers, and you see where these squares are. You can actually draw color, put really positive quotes or cool little characters. You can do some iron-ons, and make your pillow, your floor pillow, interesting. Like I said, you can color it and make it as interesting as you'd like. And so after you cut out and fold, you're just going to put, remember, the pretty sides inside. And this is what your pillow is going to, and this is what your pillow is going to look like. And again, this is a really big pillow. It's so soft. So I literally just put it inside out. I stuffed it. You're probably going to need 2 stuffings. It's the only thing that's not included in your package. And we made this little handle here so you can carry it wherever you go. But this is the pretty one that I made, and it's just so comfy. My daughter lays on it all the time. So that is your floor pillow. Again, make it as creative as possible and have fun with it. And next up, we're gonna do our last project. Okay, so the last project is our mask band, and the mask band is actually one of my favorites because, again, this is the layout of how you lay out and you tape your patterns. Just like how we did with the pillow, the meditation, we have to put the pieces of paper together and we tape them in order. And what I love about this pattern is that it tells you exactly how to put it together, and it gives you, you'll cut out the piece from the main fabric, which is your main fabric will be the sloth, and I would also measure around where your mouth is to your head all the way around, just to make sure that you want some room and you don't want to make it too tight or way too big. And the instructions are detailed in here, but I just want to let you know that this fabric, probably if it's for your child, you can probably make 2. So maybe you can make one for your child, and you can also make another one for you, so it can be like mommy and me or daddy and me. So those are the projects that we have, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and we're happy to answer any questions you might have about any of the patterns and how to make them. All the instructions are here. They're really straightforward, and we're so happy that you're able to sew with us. And remember, crafts can create change. So when you make something for yourself, you can always make something for someone else and make them smile. Until next time, bye!